So you were on the island?
I was, apparently, I don't know. They said I was on the island. They said, I'm like, I don't go anywhere.
Welcome to American Perfectionist, where we dissect the intricate tapestry of political landscapes with a magnifying glass of scrutiny. Subscribe, hit that like button, and let's embark on this intellectual exploration together. Let's dive into the heart of the matter of today's video. Whoopi Goldberg flips out on air following second list release as Hollyweird continues to panic. Gather round, folks, as we're about to embark on the roller coaster ride of Hollywood's ongoing meltdown and the nerve-wracking panic attack induced by the Jeffrey Epstein documents. It's like a soap opera, but with more legal threats and fewer amnesiac characters. As we dive deeper into the abyss of information about who made it to Epstein's infamous list and who was cozying up to Jeffrey Epstein himself, Hollywood is spiraling into a state of collective hysteria. Picture a bunch of celebrities running around like headless chickens, desperately trying to distance themselves from any questionable activities. It's like a game of 6 degrees of separation from Epstein, and everyone's losing their cool. The speculation game is in full swing, with people pointing fingers faster than you can say Hollywood scandal. Those even remotely associated with Epstein's shenanigans are on the receiving end of raised eyebrows and judgy stares. And you won't believe the lengths some folks are going to shut down anyone daring to ask about their potential connections. Enter the legal eagles ready to sue at the mere hint of a probing question. Take our dear friend Jimmy Kimmel, for instance. He went from late-night funny guy to panic mode after Aaron Rodgers casually hinted at a potential spot on the infamous list during a chat with Pat McAfee. Kimmel, not one to shy away from drama, tried to roast Rodgers for merely asking questions about the list. But Rodgers wasn't having any of it. He clapped back, suggesting that Kimmel might be more nervous than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs about that list getting exposed. Fast forward to the aftermath, and now we've got Pat McAfee playing damage control on ESPN, dishing out apologies like they're going out of style. It's a comedy of errors, a tragicomedy, if you will, unfolding on the grand stage of Hollywood drama. So, buckle up, folks. We're witnessing a showbiz spectacle where legal threats, celebrity spats, and panic meltdowns are all part of the script. The Hollywood saga continues, and I've got my popcorn ready for the next act.
I can see exactly why Jimmy Kimmel felt the way he felt, especially with his position, but I think Aaron was just trying to talk shit. Now, did it go too far in a lot of people? Jimmy Kimmel certainly said that was the case. We and I immediately upon it happening, trying to be like, ooh, you know, but that is Aaron and Jimmy. They've been
jousting a bit.
I don't know, you know? So, like, we obviously don't like the fact that we're associated with anything negative ever. We like our show to be an uplifting one, a happy one, a fun one, but it's because we talk shit and try to make light of everything. Some things, obviously, people get very pissed off about, especially when they're that serious allegations. So we apologize for being a part of it. Can't wait to hear what Aaron has to say about it. Hopefully those two will just be able to settle this.
So, you won't believe the latest drama unfolding in the world of sports talk and comedy. Hold on to your hat because the Pat McAfee and ESPN saga might be heading for Splitsville faster than you can say touchdown. What's the scoop, you ask? Well, it all started when Aaron Rodgers decided to spice things up by throwing a cheeky jab at none other than the late-night funnyman Jimmy Kimmel. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Everyone seems to be rallying around Kimmel like he's the poor victim in this comedic clash. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Jimmy Kimmel, the late-night maestro, has been known to use his comedy club of a show to take hilarious or not so hilarious, depending on who you ask, shots at Trump and his clan. I mean, it's all in the name of comedy, right? But lo and behold, when the tables turn and someone pulls a prank on Kimmel, suddenly he needs an army of defenders. It's like, hey Jimmy, you're the king of roasting, but heaven forbid someone tickles your funny bone. The irony is as thick as a New York-style pizza. Now, I'm not here to rain on anyone's parade. Jimmy Kimmel is a comedian, and comedians are supposed to dish it out and take it in equal measure. But when the defense squad needs to be called in, it does make you wonder, is Kimmel really the comedy genius we all thought he was? Case in point, enter Nick Wright from Fox Sports, who went on a full-blown soy boy rant against Aaron Rodgers, and his conspiracy theories aired on Pat McAfee's show. It's like he's the knight in shining armor defending Kimmel's comedic honor. Dude, it's comedy. Can't we all just share a laugh and move on? So, as the ESPN and McAfee union hangs in the balance, we're left wondering if this is the beginning of the end or just another quirky chapter in the wild world of sports talk and late-night laughs. Stay tuned, folks. The comedy roller coaster is taking unexpected turns, and it's bound to be a hilarious ride.
McAfee talking about, and all of a sudden, you're hearing about the Epstein list and Jimmy Kimmel. And we've all become numb to the fact of who is saying it and what he's saying. And that there was just flatly one of the greatest players we've ever seen in America's favorite sport, who plays in the biggest market, who has a bigger platform than any other player in the league, more power over his team than any other player in the league. That guy went on national television and casually threw out there to millions of people, hey, this guy that I don't like, probably a That's what fucking happened. And now this morning, when some of those Epstein docs were unredacted and released, what you have in the same corners of the internet are folks photoshopping documents, putting Jimmy Kimmel's name in them, and saying Aaron was right. That is happening this morning already. And so when I tweet, he's gone from wacky conspiracist to malignant, dangerous force, I mean it. One of our most prominent voices in sports has become the face, the voice, and more importantly, the megaphone for any batshit crazy, half-baked theory.
It's a full-blown soy boy meltdown extravaganza, and the plot twists are wilder than a roller coaster at a theme park. So, here's the lowdown. Aaron Rodgers decided to take a playful swing at Jimmy Kimmel, who had initially thrown shade at Rodgers for being concerned about the Epstein list. Classic Jimmy move, right? But wait, it gets better. Our dear friend Nick Wright decides to unleash a rant of epic proportions. And if you listen closely, you'll notice he conveniently forgets a tiny detail. Jimmy Kimmel kicked off the banter by suggesting Rodgers might have a concussion because he cares about the Epstein list. Now, that's some creative trash talking. But hold on, the comedy doesn't stop there. Aaron Rodgers, not one to back down, suggests that maybe Kimmel is sweating bullets over the list being released because he's got something to hide. Cue the dramatic music. Now, the real kicker is that Jimmy Kimmel, as far as the first set of documents goes, is not on the infamous Epstein list. But hey, that doesn't stop people like Whoopi Goldberg from having a minor meltdown over the mere suggestion that she might be on the list. The view turns into a roller coaster of emotions as Goldberg vents about memes and jokes circulating about her potential involvement. In this episode of The Great Epstein List Drama, we've got it all: playful jabs, rants, conspiracy theories, and even a side of celebrity paranoia. It's like a sitcom, but with more conspiracy theories and fewer laugh tracks. Grab your popcorn, folks, because this soap opera just took a turn for the bizarre.
So late last night, about 900 pages of files on late convicted child sex trafficker and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein were released. And before we start talking about anything, we want to start with facts. And Sonny, I'm going to go to you for this.
Okay, because I was very concerned about some of the coverage that I seen. I mean, people were dying for this information. There was some sort of list that everybody thought was going to come out, and who's on the list. Only some of the documents have been released, about 900 of them. They've been unsealed. The documents, I have identified numerous Epstein associates and public figures that have been mentioned in proceedings of the 2015 defamation lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre against Ghislaine Maxwell, right? So that's the bulk of it. Wednesday's release marks the first set of documents related to the case to become unsealed. My understanding is that more are anticipated to be revealed in coming days. What's important for us to note is we shouldn't be repeating names that are on the list, because just because your name has, not on the list, but in the documents, just because your name is on the documents doesn't mean that you have done anything criminally irresponsible or illegal or civilly irresponsible,
Or that you were a client.
or that you were a client.
Right.
So let me spill the beans. Hold on to your hats, folks. The whole shebang about Trump supposedly being in cahoots with Epstein is like a sitcom gone wild. Leftists are out here dropping hints like they're in a detective show, but the papers basically give Trump a clean chit. It's like trying to accuse a cat of stealing your sandwich when it was actually the neighbor's dog. But wait, hold the laughter, because the real punchline is that we should be turning our magnifying glass towards good old Bill Clinton. I'm not pointing fingers or playing judge and jury here. I'm just saying let's raise an eyebrow and ask a bunch of questions. Why? Because it's about as intriguing as a mystery novel, and we all love a good plot twist. Now, buckle up for the wild ride because they don't want you playing detective. The mere mention of the list sends people into a frenzy, and the speculation on who's on it is like trying to guess the ending of a Netflix series. Spoiler alert, we may never get the full scoop, and it's more elusive than Bigfoot on roller skates. Don't get your hopes up for a grand finale where everyone gets their comeuppance. In a just world, our justice system would be digging deeper than a mole in a vegetable garden, and folks engaging in shifty activities would be doing the walk of shame. But let's face it, we might be stuck in a sitcom where justice takes a back seat, and accountability is just a fleeting guest star. So there you have it, folks, the hilarious saga of accusations, freakouts, and a list longer than your grocery shopping receipt. In a perfect world, we'd get to the bottom of it, but for now, grab your popcorn once again and enjoy the show.
It only really, these documents as I read them, only reflect Epstein's sexual assaults of women and his sexual behavior. So I think that...
And Ghislaine also?
And Ghislaine.
Oh.
And so being named in this suit does not equate to being accused of wrongdoing. And I think that is extremely important because conspiracy theorists seem to not understand or enjoy facts.
Alrighty, buckle up for a wild ride into the boohoo conspiracy carousel. People are out here asking more questions than a toddler on a sugar high. We've got folks side-eyeing Hollywood, giving politicians the all-stink eye, and throwing shade at the establishment. And let me tell you, these big shots hate questions more than a cat hates a bath. It's like they've got a hotline to the question police or something. You dare to ask a simple question, and suddenly you're sporting the crown of the conspiracy theorist kingdom. It's like they've got a checklist. Asking questions? Check. Suspected conspiracy theorist? Double check. It's a bizarre dance where the establishment does the cha-cha of avoidance, and we're all left trying to keep up. And don't even get me started on poking around those hush-hush documents. You ask about someone's role or what they were up to, and bam, you're not just a conspiracy theorist. You're the Grand Master, the Sherlock Holmes of the Tinfoil Hat Society. It's like, whoa there, Nancy Drew, you're going too far. The irony is so thick, you could spread it on toast. It's a hilarious circus of finger-pointing and eye-rolling, where asking questions is the ultimate taboo. They've turned it into a game, and if you dare play, you better be ready for the "oh, you're going too far" trump card. It's a conspiracy comedy, and we're all just trying not to trip over the punchlines.
Yes.
These are the facts.
Yes. Let me bring that up. The conspiracy theory folks. Because, you know, I have to explain because there was a fake list.
Yeah.
And I'm on it.
So you were on the island?
I was apparently, I don't know. They said I was on the island. They said, I'm like, I don't go anywhere.
If the story was about a bus, it would be more believable.
Maybe, but it's like, you know, so I'm just gonna say, you know, and there's been a lot of stuff recently. I don't know what I've done to anybody, but apparently there are a lot of these kind of sites that are, what do you call them? They're
Parody or
they're satire sites.
So hold on to your funny bone, because Whoopi's in a meme-induced tizzy. She's flipping out over these little online nuggets that basically hint she might be on the list of suspects. But let's not kid ourselves, folks. These are just jokes. No need to get all Sherlock Holmes on us. They're as serious as a rubber chicken at a formal dinner. I mean, come on. Everyone knows these internet quips are like virtual rubber chickens. They're not to be taken seriously. If you're innocent, why sweat it? But oh no, here we go again with the panic button. Jimmy Kimmel pressed it, and now Whoopi's doing the Macarena on it too. Listen, if you're as pure as a unicorn in a snowstorm, there's really no reason to break into a meme-induced sweat. Sure, the internet's the Wild West, and people are slinging jokes left and right. But these guys, they're acting like memes have some kind of secret truth serum in them. So, here's the deal. Who cares if the internet thinks you're the love child of Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster? Roll with the punches, folks. Memes are the spice of the internet life. But these sensitive souls, they're treating memes like they're ancient prophecies etched in stone. Chill, Whoopi. Chill, Jimmy. If you're innocent, let the memes be memes. Don't let a couple of pixels and a snarky caption ruin your day. It's the internet, not a courtroom. And remember, laughter is the best defense against meme madness.
Sites. But people don't realize that they can be harmful. So let me just get my part out.
Okay.
I never got kicked out of Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
Oh, gosh.
Never got kicked out of Guy Fieri's restaurant. I didn't get kicked off Bill Maher's show. I didn't get into a fight with Oprah backstage here at The View. I mean, it just goes, it's insane. It goes on and on and on. And what I'm going to say about all of
But
that...
are you having George Clooney's baby? That's what I want to know.
Not now. You know? But, I mean, sites get away with posting all kinds of garbage, and they call it satire. But I'm saying this now. As we're talking about this, people who post these things should be very careful, because once someone is cleared of your insanity, they're going to call their lawyer on you.
Well, I think news organizations need to be careful, too, because we know those conspiracy sites, if you source your stories, you're going to figure out that they're not great.
Once more, they're basically shouting from the Hollywood Hills. Look, if you dare crack a joke about the potential inclusion of yours truly on the list, we're not afraid to unleash the legal hounds. It's like a soap opera, witnessing the spectacular meltdown emanating from Hollyweird in response to this mysterious list. The drama is on par with a Shakespearean play, and I can't help but marvel at the theatrics. This entire spectacle speaks volumes about the delicacy of some folks involved and their inability to take a joke, especially when it involves a questionable list tied to Epstein shenanigans. It's like they're tiptoeing around eggshells coated in bubble wrap. Personally, I propose we all settle in with a tub of popcorn and wait for more information to surface. Sure, we might never get the unabridged truth. They're probably more tight-lipped than a cat burglar in a library, but the suspense is killing me. Regardless, the entertainment value is through the roof. It's a comedic goldmine observing the collective freakout over the mere speculation of who might be caught in the crosshairs of this elusive list. It's like a guessing game where everyone's a potential suspect, and the reactions are more unpredictable than a reality show finale. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here, perfectionists. It continues with each like, comment, and share. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's keep the dialogue alive. Until next time, this is American Perfectionist signing off, because the world is a stage, and we're all players in the grand political drama. Remember, the quest for a more perfect union never ends. Keep striving, keep questioning, and let's continue this journey towards a better America together. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always aim for perfection.